Yep. Hey everyone, it's Eli Fishman from TalkingBall.net and YouTube, Eli Fishman Sports. Back with another interview. Today I'm happy to be joined by Jim Miller. Jim, thanks for joining me.
No problem, man. Happy to do it.
Pleasure having you. You were selected in the 8th round of the 2004 Major League Baseball draft by the Colorado Rockies out of the University of Louisiana. How did it feel to hear your name called in the draft?
It was pretty cool. I was sitting at home. I just gotten home from college and was trying to stay busy all throughout the day, not watch anything on the computer and stuff, and just kept waiting. And then the Atlanta Braves actually called me probably 10 minutes before I was going to be drafted to tell me that they were going to take me in the 10th round. And then the Rockies called me like 10 minutes later, so that they just selected me. And it was unbelievable because that's all the work you put in and stuff. That's what you want to hear. That's what you're doing all the work for.
After being drafted, you made your debut with the Tri-City Dust Devils, and you came out of the bullpen. How did it to make your pro debut? How did it feel to open that bullpen door and run out onto the pro field for the first time?
Oh, it was, lifelong dream, man. That's all through high school and college. That's what you're working for, and then all of a sudden, here you are. You're on a rookie ball team. It didn't matter to me where I was because I was still playing baseball, after college, and so it was just a lifelong dream come true.
After just your first season, you were named an All-Star in the Northwest League. How did it feel to get that honor and be named an All-Star after just one season?
To be recognized for your work on the field, it's always great to earn that accolade. And so I put together a solid campaign. So at the end of the season, when they named me to the postseason All-Star team, it was quite an accomplishment. I was very proud of that.
After just 2 years with the Colorado Rockies organization, you were part of a trade when you were traded to the Baltimore Orioles for Rodrigo Lopez. What was your thought on being shipped off to a new team? Did you like it or not?
That was weird, man. I was walking around, got a call from the minor league director from the Rockies that had been traded, and it was definitely a weird feeling because you spend 2.5 years in an organization, you start to develop friendships with not only coaches and but players too. And then all of a sudden now I'm being told I'm going to a different organization somewhere where I knew just a handful of guys. And so it was definitely a new experience, almost like going away to college again. Like, you had your friends in high school and then you go away to college where you don't know anybody, and the same type of deal, going from knowing everybody to knowing like nobody. It was intimidating at first.
I can't even imagine going to a new team like that, especially after starting off your career with an organization. But it wound up being worth it because that September you were called up to the major leagues for the first time to make your MLB debut on the same day as the September call-up. How did it feel to toe the rubber at Fenway Park against the Red Sox in your MLB debut?
Oh my goodness! So I come in and in Fenway. In the bottom of the 8th inning, 50,000 people singing Sweet Caroline, just an unbelievable feeling. Just so much adrenaline and more than I probably could control. And, to make my debut there on that mound, when you think of all the greats that have come through Fenway and been and pitched on that mound, to say that that's where I got to make my big league debut, that was quite a feeling.
After your season with the Baltimore Orioles, you went back to the team you started your career with, so wound up being worth it going to Baltimore, making that MLB debut, and coming back. You went back and signed with the Colorado Rockies and wound up pitching in the majors with the Rockies. How did it feel to pitch in the majors with the team that you started off your career with but left?
Well, they traded me, and then after my first minor league contract was done, I signed a free agent deal with the Rockies, went back, and pitched well enough in 2011 to get a September call-up. It felt good to earn that call-up because, like you said, they did draft me. They were the ones who gave me the opportunity to play pro ball, and so to be able to go back there and kind of almost finish what I started type deal and get to the big leagues with them, that felt great because it was where I started, and to be able to go back and get to the big leagues with them was very special to me.
In the MLB, you've got to face some amazing hitters, guys like Big Papi, Dustin Pedroia, Miguel Cabrera, Robinson Cano, Mike Trout, Joey Bats, and many more amazing, great players. Who's been the hardest that you faced, and who's been the coolest?
The coolest guy to face was just because of his history. It was Derek Jeter. I got to pitch against him in 2008 and in 2012, so it was really cool to be able to say that I've thrown against Derek Jeter. The toughest guy has to be Miguel Cabrera. He just, he almost sets you up when you're trying to get him out, and so he was being able to say that I've pitch to, in my opinion, probably the greatest hitter in the modern generation, yeah, like it was pretty cool to be able to say I've pitched to that guy.
You've pitched 5 years in Major League Baseball with 4 different teams, and you got to be in the same clubhouse as some amazing guys like Todd Helton, Carlos Gonzalez, Nick Markakis, Troy Tulowitzki, Bartolo Colon, Yoenis Cespedes, Derek Jeter. Each wrote countless more amazing players. How does it feel to have that history with guys and be in the same clubhouse as such amazing future Hall of Famers?
Well, I mean, it's great. I mean, it answers a personal question to yourself, is if you have enough talent to be in that clubhouse. And then, to be able to say, I played with a lot of great guys over the course of years, but the last time I was in the big leagues with the Yankees, to be able to say that I played with Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera and Andy Pettitte and those guys, I mean, there's so much history with those guys and what they did in the late 90s, winning World Series and whatnot. So, and I grew up watching Mo. If he was on TV, I was locked in. I wasn't doing anything else at the house. So to be able to say that in my career I got to be teammates with Mariano Rivera, that for me, being a relief pitcher, that's very special to me.
5 years in the MLB, and you've had a 12-year professional career. You're in your 12th year. What's been the best moment of your tremendous baseball career?
It would have to be the 2012 playoffs with Oakland. I got called up to Oakland mid-April, and the first half of the year we weren't really hitting the ball well. We weren't pitching. Just a conundrum of things. And then all of a sudden we just kind of put it together going into the All-Star break, and then we came out of the All-Star break on absolute fire. Ended up taking it to the wire and winning the AL West, the last series of the year against Texas. And then, going to the playoffs, I'd never experienced anything like that before. So the entire 2012 when I was with the Oakland A's is by far the greatest baseball memory I'll have.
All right. Thanks so much, Jim. I'm here with Jim Miller, Eli Fishman from Eli Fishman Sports. I'll see you next time.